sure this is up. Okay. Hi everybody, hopefully this is coming through okay. There is a couple little updates that have come to light. Nothing big. There's no really indication as to where they are in the investigation. I mean, it is still pretty new, so it's going to take a little while. But I wanted to touch on some of the facts that we have, or not even facts, really more leads that there are as far as what caused this and how to prevent it. Of course, we're not to preventing yet. We still have to figure out what happened. But I got a couple notes that came up. So there was some indication that we know for sure, according to multiple news reports, that the explosion happened between batteries 13 and 15. And there is an indication that it may have happened in the reversing room. Now, a reversing room at a coke plant, what it does is it takes the gases that heat up the ovens and reverses the flow. So it controls it back and forth. It switches off, at a suggested time, 20-30 minutes or so. And it's comprised of a bunch of actuating valves that are hydraulically or pneumatically controlled. So that gives us a little bit more information as to at least where this happened. It was in a battery, like they said, between batteries 13 and 15. If this did happen in the reversing room, the gases that they're talking about, these are the combustible gases that are given off as basically emissions controls. And they also use them to heat up the ovens, like I said. So, possibility that a valve went bad. Maybe it was, there's a possibility of human error, but I think all this stuff is automated now, so I tend to think a mechanical failure of some sort. Yeah. Now, according to a couple reports, they were also getting ready to do some scheduled maintenance in the nearby area of this explosion. Now, what that maintenance was, we don't really know. Did it have anything to do with the reversing room? I haven't heard anything yet. Possibly, possibly not. In places like this, there are so many maintenance items that there are to take care of that, scheduled maintenance or regular maintenance, it's a daily thing. There's always something going on. Something needs to be adjusted, fixed, replaced, whatever. So, who knows what it could be. This is a very unfortunate event. This is not something somebody going to work wants to even think about. So, I feel for these families that are dealing with this right now. But they did go back to work. I guess they deemed it safe to resume. Now they have shut down the affected areas and they're still moving, which is, as in a personal standpoint, that's even wild to think about, that such a unfortunate event happens and then less than 24 hours later you're back to work. But it is the way things go. So the business has to keep moving. It's just, it's sad to even think about. But yeah, that's the majority of what I have for today. I'm going to keep updates as I go. I thought there was something else, but I can't remember it now. I should have written it down. Oh, I did some digging, and Clairton Coke Works has a little bit of a troubled history when it comes to their maintenance and emissions. They've been sued before and had to pay millions of dollars in fines because of a release of toxic gases. They've also had fires and explosions before. There was one in 2021 that was a Christmas fire. I think it was 2021. There was an event in February of this year. I don't know exactly what that was. And then just 2 months ago, they were doing some regular maintenance and they released a little bit of toxic gases into the atmosphere while scheduled maintenance was going on. So there's a lot to look into, and it's going to take a long time before anybody has any answers, but I wanted to come on and give a quick update. I did say I was going to stay on this, and I am going to stay on it, but there's not much to be said. It is the first day. Usually this first week's kind of slow. The more information they gather, the better off they're going to be. This is a rough one. So, thank you everybody tuning in and watching. Stay tuned for more. I know this isn't really welding related, but it is blue collar related, and it's important. So, thanks for tuning in.